Welcome to Season 10, Episode 20 of the MN Corner. After a prolonged hiatus, he is Stephen Cook.
And he's still Brad Rothschild. We are episode 20? Did we even do 20 last season?
Yeah, I think so, but barely.
Wow.
But, we started strong this year, and we're not missing a lot of weeks.
Of travel.
Now the last few weeks, we've
a lot of travel.
Completely fallen off.
I had work travel, and then I was in Lexington, Kentucky, baby. Go Cats! Yeah. It was fun, Lexington. And University of Kentucky is very, very cool. And we were there for their game against Santa Clara, where they tied the game with 0.2 seconds left.
It's exciting stuff.
It was very exciting. And then they got knocked out the next game. Yeah. But it was very exciting. It was an awesome introduction to big-time college basketball.
Yeah, something that Vassar did not have.
Vassar did not. I mean, it was big when we played Bard. Big. Yeah, huge.
Big game. The big Bard game.
The big Bard game. Go in, I'd come into the gym and to work out and oh, is there a basketball game?
Dude, I heard that they tore Poughkeepsie apart
after the Bard game.
To celebrate the Bard win, they torched cars and they rioted throughout the streets of Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'll take things that didn't happen for 400, please. Yeah, but it's nice to have a team to root for and to actually be into it. And it's definitely a different thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of teams, Yankees are 2-0.
Dude, 162-0 at this rate.
I am fucking.
Not only are they 2-0,
yeah,
they've given up 0 runs.
0 runs
in 2 games.
I know, that's pretty cool.
0 runs.
0. I still think it's weird that the season starts in March.
It doesn't make sense.
I know.
So my buddy Eric, who is a Amen Corner listener, sent me this Twitter tweet, I guess, or X tweet or whatever. This is the first time in Yankees now. This is the first time in Yankees history that they've started a season with back-to-back shutouts. First time in Yankee history. And it's the 18th time that it's happened in Major League Baseball history.
Wow.
So I wonder, first of all, who's pitching today?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I've been focused elsewhere all day.
It's a little early to be focused on
baseball. That's
what's
the thing.
going on in baseball.
We've got the NCAA tournament. We're coming down the backstretch of the NBA season.
Plus, we have a war in Iran.
We got a war in Iran, yeah.
Actually, it's not a war. It's a military action.
It's a special military operation, which is what the Russians call their invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah. Will Warren is pitching today, by the way. No pressure, Will.
No pressure
for a shutout.
Will, we know you're listening.
He probably is.
Yeah.
He's the long-time listener.
So what's been happening during our extended hiatus?
Yeah, well, I thought
basically, the Iranians closed the Strait of Hormuz.
I was told that the war would be over by now.
Well, they said 4 to 6 weeks.
Well,
and this is week 4. And then Secretary of State Marco Rubio said yesterday, well, it could be another 4 to 6 weeks. I don't think anybody knows other than Donald.
I don't think he knows. And I think that it's hard. It's hard to plan it could be 4 to 6 weeks when there was actually no plan from the beginning on how to execute this war, other than we're going to bomb the shit out of them.
I think there was a plan.
What were the strategic objectives?
There was a plan, but I think the plan assumed that the Iranians would have given up by now.
I think there were ideas of a plan. What did he say about healthcare back then? There's something of a plan. It wasn't an actual. It was a concept of a plan. There was a concept.
I was thinking more in terms of infrastructure week.
No.
So that was infrastructure week, and now we have Iran War week.
Yeah.
And then we're on the other thing.
Well, everything in Trump world is in 2 weeks we're going to have this.
Right.
It's always 2 weeks. The mythical 2 weeks.
So I think Rubio doesn't know what he's talking about. I think the president doesn't know. I think when the president's gut tells him,
he should stop listening to it.
I've been saying that from the beginning, that There's no fixed objectives, and it's whenever the president decides.
Yeah, but all of this is like whenever the president decides. At some point, he said, we went that Iran was a few weeks away. It was again the mythical 2 weeks away from having nuclear weapons, and then the other members of his administration, including the intelligence agencies, said, no, that's actually not true.
Well, we started going down the road of having the debate about preemptive, imminent, and preventive.
Imminent. Yeah, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. What does imminent mean?
I was like, talking about X, I posted on X, I was like, are we going to have this debate again? Because 2002 called, and it would like its stupid back. I mean,
it depends on what your definition of is.
Bill Clinton is going to be famous. They're going to put that on his headstone.
Yeah. So the imminent threat, and only the president, according to
only the president, yes, according to Tulsi Gabbard, only the president decides what
imminent means.
What imminent means.
Yeah, she's nothing if not a good
and then lackey. Caroline Levitt said they asked her how he decided. He's like, well, the president had a feeling.
The last time the president had a feeling, he ate 3 Big Macs. I mean, come on.
Oh, God, that's disgusting. I was walking down the street on Wednesday in Chicago, a wonderful city, a city I really, really like. And the weather was glorious. It was warm and whatever. And there are all these people who it was lunchtime, and they were walking down the street back to their office with bags of McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wait a second. Chicago is like an amazing food city. I've never had anything bad to eat in Chicago. Like, for lunch when I was there, I had a great sandwich. Like, awesome, like, amazing. I had an amazing dinner.
People eat McDonald's everywhere.
Well, I was like, wait a second. That's completely unnecessary.
Come on. Why do people in New York City eat at Subway? Right? Like, why would anybody get a Domino's pizza in New York City?
I told you the story about the guy when we lived in the city. Guy got into the elevator in my building with a Domino's. I was like, are you kidding? There's a Roma Pizza 2 blocks away.
People do these things. They do.
Like I had a great burger. I had one of the best burgers I've ever had. And it wasn't at a restaurant.
Why did they put an Olive Garden in Times Square? Because this is what people are familiar with. It's comfortable to them.
Have you ever been to an Olive Garden?
If I have, maybe in college, maybe, and I'm not even sure.
I've been to a knockoff. I've not only not been to. I've been to a knockoff of the Olive Garden. I've been to the Italian Garden because Lauren has this elderly aunt who lived between DC and Baltimore, and we would go up and visit her every now and again and take her out to dinner. And Auntie Ruthie was a big fan of the Italian Garden. I was like, isn't it called the Olive Garden? Like, no. This is different. It's the Italian Garden.
A bunch of my friends from college worked over the summer at Olive Garden, and they referred to it as the OG. Yeah, the OG. I'll tell you another Olive Garden story, and I'm not going to name anybody's name because I'm trying to protect the innocent and the not so innocent. I have a very good friend who is currently married and had been married before. So this is his
second marriage?
Second marriage.
Okay.
In the interim between his 2 marriages.
Yeah.
He was out there.
Pick up ladies at the
No. He was out there in the dating world.
Okay.
And he was on various dating apps and met people online.
Yeah.
And he met some woman online who I believe is from New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm not casting aspersions at New Jersey. I'm just saying.
You're from New Jersey. How could you cast aspersions from New Jersey?
I'm just saying. I'm not. Okay. It's just for the sake of the story.
Okay.
He lives in New York.
Yeah.
And they were making plans to meet up for a date. And, I just want to, as an aside, say that dating when you're already a full-grown adult and you have it's not quite the same as like when you're 18 years old and you're dating. There's more of a definite, this is happening at the end of the night
Right. Total. I get it. Right. Even though I haven't dated in 30 years.
Yeah, you and I are in the same boat. We've been a long time married to our wives. But this is what I've heard. Okay.
Okay.
So they're making plans to
meet up
to meet for dinner.
Okay.
And she says, I really want to go to the Olive Garden.
Was it like a test of him? Was it like
he said, this isn't happening, and that was it. From his perspective, that was the ultimate deal breaker because he is really a foodie. And he's like, if this person likes the Olive Garden, we will have nothing in common at all.
So if Lauren came to me and said, let's go to the Olive Garden. If Lauren said to me, hey, let's go to the Olive Garden, but I would know that it was like she wanted to do it ironically. Like, let's go. Like all of America goes. We got to see what this is like. Let's do this kind of in this ironic coastal elite way.
Yeah,
that was not the spirit of this.
It was not ironic. She was adamant that and he's like, but there are so many great restaurants in New York. And if you really want Italian food, I've got, tons of places that we can go. And she's like, I want the Olive Garden.
Oh my God. So
and he's like, game over.
Wow.
So that is a deal breaker.
See, that's different. I probably would have gone if I knew I was going to get some at the end of the night.
See, this is how
this is how shallow I am.
This is how look, I'm not judging
shallow, desperate. I mean,
I'm not judging. I'm saying this is how committed he is. Food over sex. Right? Wow. He will not have a bad meal. He will not go out and spend money and pay for a shitty meal, even if it means certain sex at the end of the night.
Wow. I don't know. Okay.
You know what? There's a little bit of swagger when you can do that, right? Because you're not desperate. You're not desperate for this.
I know. And I definitely.
He's like, I am not.
I would have been like, all right, that's good.
He's like, I'm not eating fettuccine Alfredo. Just have sex.
Is it bottomless salad or is it endless breadsticks?
I believe it's both. I believe it's both.
Both.
I believe.
Both and sex at the end of the night. Come on.
It's a lot of carbs, though.
That's awesome. Who could pass that up?
Well, I'm not naming who it was, but he did.
That's crazy.
No, it's a great story.
Bottomless salad, endless breadsticks, and sex. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
I probably have gone there, but not again, because I'm thinking about those breadsticks, and it's like the artificial butter that's on them. Like, there's nothing real about the food.
What was the name of that place? It was like a pizza place, but you could also get like salads and dishes, and the rolls were the actual like pizza crust. It was really good. I had one in Philly, and one of my friends in my cohort, she really liked going there. She liked the salad.
Bread. Oh,
she liked the salad, and I was like, all right, let's go.
She liked the salad.
Yeah,
it's like I go there for the salad. That's like saying I read Playboy for the articles.
I know. I would have a pizza.
Exactly.
She'd have salad, and my friend Joe would have pizza.
Nonsense. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
that's just nonsense.
I can't remember the name of that place. Anyway.
Is it like Mangianero's or something like that?
Yeah, one of those like fake places. Anyway. Not quite the Olive Garden, the OG.
Or the Italian Garden.
The IG. Oh, man. I just got my drink all over my face because I started to laugh.
Because you have a drinking problem?
Drinking problem. No, I was feeling low on electrolytes, so I made myself some electrolytes.
I have a drinking problem.
Anyway, so yeah, we've covered the war. I mean, I don't really have much to say other than the fact that
this is not going according to anybody's plan.
It's not going any plan or a semblance of a plan or a semblance of an assumption about a plan. So
and I hate to say this.
Yeah.
I hate to say this. As this war if this war continues to not go well, and the administration now at the beginning they're like, there are no boots on the ground and there won't be boots on the ground.
Yeah,
but guess what?
But now there's
there are more boots coming to the ground, and they're talking about more.
Yeah,
this is
very not good.
This is not going to be good for
anybody.
For the Jews especially.
Yeah.
Because there is a perception among certain people that this is Israel's war, that America is fighting on its behalf.
Of course, the President of the United States is the President of the United States, and 4, 5, 6 previous presidents were presented the same case by Israeli prime ministers and said, No, we're not doing this.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. This is bad. So
I'm going to read to you two quotes, neither one which will be new to you, but I'm going to read to you.
You're going to give me agita before I go on vacation, aren't you?
I am.
Okay.
You know, Stephen, that's what I do.
All right. Go for it.
I only do this because I know. I do it because I love you.
Lauren said to me, she's like, "Are you going to be checking your phone constantly while we're away?"
Yes. And you're like, yes.
I was like, I'm going to try really hard not to.
You're like, yes, I will. All right, you ready?
The COO of the organization I work for was like, you should leave your laptop and phone home. And I was like, you know, he's a super nice guy, but I don't think he really means that.
Look, unfortunately, in your case, the region of the world that you specialize in happens to be at the top of the news all the time. So if something, God forbid, goes wrong.
Well, the other thing is that it's important that I just keep up on like what's happening daily. Otherwise, it's like a steep climb. I'm like, you take a week off, you're like, that happened? Yeah. That happened? Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, I miss, that kind of
there's so many news cycles that you'll miss. You ready for the quotes?
Lay it on me, baby.
The first quote. I know what America is. America is a thing you can move very easily. Move it in the right direction.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
What year?
1996? 97? When he was first term as prime minister.
2001.
Okay.
Right before the second Gulf War.
Okay.
He
was Minister of Finance, I think.
Maybe.
He was Prime Minister 96 to 99, and then he was Minister of Finance in Ariel Sharon's government.
But he
was actually a very effective Minister of Finance. He should have stopped there.
He should have. All right, you ready for the for the next quote?
But dude, you got 3 words in. Bibi Netanyahu. Okay, go.
Well, there's a spoiler alert. This is also a Bibi quote, and this is from this year. This coalition of forces allow us to do what I have yearned to do for 40 years.
Okay, but why should anybody be surprised by this? I mean,
I'm not saying you should be surprised. I'm saying
this is a war that's quite popular in Israel.
No, very, but this is not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is when you put those two quotes together, and you are already predisposed to thinking that Israel is controlling America. That's not good.
No. I mean, it's definitely
good. No, it doesn't take a rocket scientist
and then you have
to connect those dots.
Right. And then you have political entrepreneurs like Joe Kent, who is doing the bidding of the vice president, coming out and saying the things that he's saying, and others similar. I'm absolutely convinced that Joe Kent is someone who is associated with the vice president, and now this. So I think there's a lot of struggling going on inside the government, and so it's double whammy. It's one, there is this perception, and then there are people within the administration, around the administration, who have a political interest in reinforcing the idea that Jews control or the Israelis control American foreign policy.
I mean, Rubio himself said that the reason that the
U.S. Rubio is supposedly the guy who J.D. Vance is trying to outmaneuver.
Yes.
So it's very, very not good.
All I'm saying is it's not good for the Jews, and it's not going to be good for the Jews.
No.
Nope. Not good.
I mean, I'm guessing the calculation in Jerusalem is if at any time this was ever going to happen, there was always going to be Americans who were going to say, the Jews did this. And that is a short-term pain for American Jews who are not Israeli Jews for a lot of benefit to Israel. That could be something. I'm not making an excuse for it. I'm just saying that could be very much
that could certainly be a part of the calculation, but what they're not taking into account, and because they don't care, like you said, this is about Israeli Jews and not American Jews or Jews anywhere else in the world. But Jews, Jews around the world are going to be punished for this, and already have.
So this is a really interesting question because Zionism is supposed to protect Jews from around the world, not put them in danger. And so after the thing in Colorado, one of my friends from college, she finished a couple years behind me, who lives in Boulder and is Jewish. She sent me an email. I messaged her and I was like, "Were you there?" I mean, the kind of thing like, I don't see her as being, someone who's wildly pro Israel, but like empathetic towards hostages and their families, and they were having these vigils. And so it was entirely possible she could have been there. And so I messaged her immediately. I was like, "Are you okay?" and stuff like that. Yeah, we're fine. And then she followed up with a message. She's like, Netanyahu and this government are putting us all in danger. And it struck me because, like I said, it's the opposite of what you have to have the IDF. Otherwise, Jews in America will be under threat. That, I think, is open to question at the moment. That's not an argument. That's not an argument for dismantling the Zionist entity. I'm just saying that the idea, the assumption that Jews are safer, Jews in America or elsewhere in the world are safer, is being tested right now.
Well, I think both of those things can be true simultaneously, right?
Right.
But the government of Israel is acting in a way and clearly does not care about what happens to us out here.
And, actually, it serves them in some ways.
I was going to say, in some ways, right? The ultimate goal of Zionism is to bring everybody to Israel. So
they're going to be disappointed in me. I keep talking about moving to Abu Dhabi.
I don't know that you'd be any safer there than you would be in Israel.
Oh, I totally would be safer there. Are you kidding?
Why? You don't think that they could be bombed?
Oh, no. I'm talking about just in general, like we were talking about safety for American Jews.
Oh, as in American. Okay.
Right? So
I feel getting bombed by Iran one way or the other.
I'm pretty certain the Emiratis are protecting their Jewish community.
Okay, but they can't protect them. Again, if they have targets that Iran decides to hit.
No, of course, but that's going to get fixed.
Well, how's that going to get fixed?
Well, I think when this comes to an end, I think there's going to be, invest in defense stocks, people. Invest in companies that contribute to, that do counter-drone technology, contribute the hardening of cities. I think those countries are going to go on a bender spending to protect their cities and populations. It will never be 100%, but
the other thing
that's what you saw in the paper. That's why you saw MBS, and no doubt the Emiratis are saying this too, is saying you can't stop this prematurely and leave us at the mercies of a weakened and angry but yet still capable Iran.
Yeah. But, it can also be argued that we're not doing only Israel's bidding here. We're doing Saudi Arabia's bidding.
Well, so there was a story in the Washington Post before the war. Was it before the war? Or was it right after it started? That MBS was also calling Trump, just like Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Of course, there wasn't like a big hullabaloo about it, and people aren't, Joe Kent isn't resigning because of the Saudi lobby. Goes to show really what's going on here. Yeah. In any event, the Saudis denied it up and down. I tweeted or posted on X, I quote tweeted, I know the journalist who wrote the piece in the Washington Post. I said, this is believable based on X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And I got in a little trouble with my Saudi friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, here are my notes from a meeting that was supposedly completely off the record that was leaked almost immediately that I was at. I was like, so they were like, well, that's just, we were asked questions and we were providing context and so on and so forth. And I was like, okay, whatever. So it's also believable that the Saudis were, of course.
Yeah. It's interesting that Israel and Saudi Arabia are basically allies in this war against Iran.
Well, in the 2006 war, the Saudis were aligned with Israel. I remember being asked on a news program, is there going to be another oil embargo? And I was like, the Saudis are on the Israeli side on this one.
Yeah, but the Saudis and the Israelis probably have better relations than the Israelis do with some of the Arab countries that they have peace treaties with.
Well, it's certainly the case with Egypt. But the Saudis and the Emiratis and the Bahrainis are really pissed at the Egyptians right now because the Egyptians are so deeply involved in trying to broker some sort of mediation that won't work. But they think, I think the Gulfi perspective is that any mediation at this point will leave them vulnerable, and they haven't really, and the Egyptians and others haven't really come to the assistance of the Gulf states in the same way that they would have expected, being called brotherly Arabs.
what kind of assistance do you think that they could provide other than troops?
I think really just what they want is they want a full-throated denunciation of the Iranians, and they're not getting it. And the Egyptian government is deeply sensitive to doing anything that can be perceived or twisted as being seen as aligning with Israel in any way, or the United States for that matter. So they tried to walk this tightrope, but from the perspective of Saudis, Emiratis, and Bahrainis, like, who the fuck refloated your economy, bozos?
Yeah.
So
the realignment.
No bozos.
The realignment in the region is fascinating when you think about.
Keep me busy.
Well, that's why you got to bring your computer with you to the ski mountain.
No way, man!
All right, don't do it, but do it at your own.
I'll bring my iPad. And my iPad and I have the external keyboard, so I'm good.
At your own peril. I'm going to hear from you midweek and be like, shit, I really need my computer with me. I'm fucked.
In my next life, I'm going to be an expert on the Federated States of Micronesia.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a Caribbean expert.
We're
gonna overthrow the communist regime in Cuba and all those people. That would be nice right now because it would shift the news cycle.
I'm going to become an expert in Jamaican cuisine and weed.
Jamaican weed
and cuisine.
Jerk chicken and weed and reggae.
Curried goat. Yeah, Jamaican culture. Period. That's my field of expertise.
Speaking of news cycle, I was waiting to go on TV yesterday, and the House killed the TSA funding thing. I was like, oh, maybe this will shift the news cycle.
And it didn't.
I still went on.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's so many things that are happening at the same time that, like, the level of outrage that you can have for any one of them is just minimized.
Discussed this very early on. You made this point very early on in the first Trump administration. And it was just it's exactly what happened. They're going to do all these crazy things.
All at once. And it serves. And so, like, you don't know what to be outraged by while they do all these other things while they continue to steal, rob the country blind. And this is, the Steve Bannon flood the zone with shit strategy.
Right.
And he's still doing it.
Steve Bannon, though, has been pounded the drums. He hates this war.
But he wants ICE to be patrolling at polling stations in the midterms.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ICE guys at the airport.
What are they doing there?
I don't even know. I didn't
They're
see
just arresting people.
I was at Dulles and O'Hare. I didn't see any ICE guys.
Again, I'm not trying to cast aspersions on anyone.
Yeah.
But the TSA folks, I mean, they've had some level of training, but whatever level of training they have is way more than any ICE agent has.
Well, especially a new ICE agent. Like, I think they're like, all right, congratulations. Here's your badge. Here's your gun. Here's your mask. Go fuck with people.
Go fuck with people. That's pretty much that's the handbook. That's like pages 1 through 95 of the handbook. Go fuck with people.
There is no handbook.
Yeah. Do you see people who
and now we have an MMA fight. Is he an MMA fighter? Mark Wayne Mullen? Was he an MMA fighter?
I think so.
What's the other one? There's MMA and then there's... What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, there's something else. There's some other fighting.
There are lots of different kinds of fighting.
I don't know.
Discipline.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
The handbook is anybody who is any shade darker than you are, go fuck with them.
Well, that would be me with a little bit of a tan.
I don't think
I'm going to get fucked with?
No.
I remember when, after 9/11, my mother's like, listen.
Shave the beard.
She's like, I want you to be clean shaven. You get a little swarthy and take the Arabic out of your bag.
Please,
I was like, Ma!
Ma, you're crazy. Iris, you're out of your mind.
Ma! And that was before she had no filter. Now she has less of a filter.
It's amazing how you can remember that your parents or your mom had once upon a time had a filter because now the filter's been completely removed.
I don't think it's been completely removed.
But my mom has no
she's
filter.
Like I don't know. Lauren and I have been sitting in one place, and Julie, and then all of a sudden, Nana's having like a throwdown with her grandchildren and something.
My mom has no filter anymore.
Anyway, well.
Welp.
This morning I woke up and I was on one of my chats, like one of my professional chats, and someone had posted in the thing that the Houthis had fired on Israel. And like when this happens, it's always like at Steven. And so my answer was, welp, ...
Yeah.
Welp.
Yeah, we're supposed to go to Israel in May. I don't know if that's happening.
I was hoping to go before our fiscal year ends, and I don't think that's going to, it's June 30th. I don't think that's going to happen. And I have to
we have
beg
tickets
to push that over to the next fiscal year. And like, that's like moving mountains.
We have tickets that are paid for, yeah.
El Al.
You see, that was the debate that we had in this house before we bought the tickets, because it's Michelle's sister's oldest son who's getting married. So our nephew.
Yeah, okay.
Our nephew is getting married.
Okay.
So when we...
Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov. Ori.
Mazel Gadol.
Anyway.
Yeah.
When we were deciding about getting tickets, I was looking at the pricing, and, you know, the tickets on El Al were $300 more per ticket than on United or on Delta or on any other international carrier. And we had a debate in the house as to what we were going to do.
Okay.
And Michelle was like, well, if something happens, at least we know El Al isn't going to cancel flights, but the other airlines will.
Right.
So like essentially you're saying is we need to spend $300 per ticket as an insurance policy.
How many people are going?
4, 5. Well, Jordan, we haven't gotten Jordan's ticket, but all 4 of us.
Oh, so the whole
everybody. It's our nephew. I mean, this is, you know, family.
Okay, big deal.
Mishpucha.
Mishpucha.
So basically, Michelle's like, yes, we have to buy. We're buying the more expensive tickets to make sure that we get to go.
$1,500 more.
But you know what? We have tickets, and all of the other carriers have already canceled all of their flights to and from Israel until at least September.
I know.
So,
man,
all bad. It's literally all bad.
What about Emirates?
What about
it? Has Emirates canceled everything? I mean, Emirates is flying a limited schedule, and they have been flying to Israel throughout since October 2023. They never stopped.
Yeah, but I think after the attack in Iran, there were
a lot
of Israelis stuck there.
The airspace is partially reopened.
Yeah, but I don't think the regular flights. I think they flew anybody out there.
I think Ben Gurion is only open to repatriation flights. Actually,
yeah.
So definitely not.
I don't know that we're going to get to go.
But maybe if it opens, you might want to check those through Dubai. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. You got to go extra 3 hours to come back.
Yeah, there's no good solution. But I mean, we have tickets, so let's see what's going to happen.
Okay, Tov.
All right. So on that happy note.
All right. Peace.
Happy Passover.
Happy Passover.
Yeah. A special Passover edition.
A special Passover edition. Okay. We're out of here.
Bye.